What is up, guys? My name is Reaves. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a brand new video. That's right, we're doing a video, not a live stream. It's WrestleMania weekend. Can you really blame me? I'll be doing the same thing tomorrow. I'm just letting you guys know that right away. However, the rest of the way for the season after today and tomorrow, we should be fine. Montreal Canadiens play tonight at home against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Will be, I believe, in New York tomorrow for the game against the Rangers, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, in the comments. Yeah, Canadiens played tonight and looked like it was going to get out of hand. Wouldn't really. The Habs would kind of regain themselves, but we'll get into that. If you guys are new here, how we do this is we go through the lines for both teams. I give them a little game summary recap analysis. Then we go through the stats for the Canadiens, and I work my way on out of here. Typically, I'd be doing all that while reading the chat. However, since it is a video, I apologize. We won't be doing that. Yeah, let's get right into it because why not? The opening lines for the Canadiens were Caufield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Gallagher, Newhook, Armia, Pearson, Evans, Anderson, Pezzetta, White, Harvey, Pinard, Matheson, Savard, Harris, Kovacevic, and Struble, Barron were on the blue line. Sam Montembeault gets the start net for the Habs, and Caden Primo backs him up, more than likely getting the start tomorrow. We'll get into that, though. The opening lines for the Maple Leafs were Bertuzzi, Matthews, Domi, McMahon, Tavares, Marner, Reaves, Holmberg, Nylander, and Dewar, Kemp, Reaves, Riley, Lyubushkin, Benoit, McCabe, and Giordano Brody. Ilya Samsonov gets the start net as Joseph Wall backs him up to get a rest. And before the game, both Gooley and Jackeye were out of the lineup for tonight. Gooley was because of the injury he suffered last game. Don't know why Jackeye was out, though. I know he shoved an official, apparently, last game during a bit of a scrum. But I didn't read anything that he was suspended or fined because of that, unless I missed it. I can look it up right now just to guarantee. And yes, we do this live. I don't do any edits, but like I said, I'm gonna check now because I don't think there's anything. Yeah, the only thing we've gotten is from the 1st of April, so that's the most we've gotten, and it was Ryan Hartman being suspended. So we haven't gotten anything in the last 5 days. So I don't know why Jackeye was out. If it was just, hey, sit this one out, you'll be back in tomorrow, or if we were just maybe trying to make sure he stays healthy. I don't know what it was, but Jackeye would be out of the lineup, very unfortunately, considering the Leafs have the quote-unquote big bad Ryan Reaves. Well, I will give one thing. He is bad, but he's definitely not big, and he's definitely not feared. Habs end up pressing. There's a good look for the second line early. Armia on the puck isn't able to bury one. Tavares and McMahon try to connect back the other way. Pearson ends up hitting a post 4 minutes in. There's a good look there. The top line for the Habs ended up pressing. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my notes so I can see the timer, make sure it's still going. The top line presses. Slavkovsky ends up going down in front. He tries to bury a rebounded chance. Leafs press again. There's a bit of physicality between both teams as we get midway through the first. Savard has a nice deep play on Matthews to break up a scoring chance. The Habs would lead the shots 4-3, 9 minutes in. Habs look to press. There's a fourth line rush. Pezzetta finishes the check. Reaves then shoves a Hab into Montembeault. There's no call because we can't call the Leafs on anything or else we'll look biased. Yeah. Caufield and Struble get right in there, by the way. They were right after Ryan Reaves, which to me shows nobody fears Ryan Reaves in 2024. A decade ago, yeah, maybe, but nobody fears Ryan Reaves anymore. Ryan Reaves is about as scary as me. Which actually, no, that's an insult to me. I'm much more scarier than Ryan Reaves. I would guarantee that easily. Gallagher has a nice deke around John Tavares. He just can't bury the follow-up try, which actually had a decent effort there. The Habs top line presses again. There's a nice backhand by Suzuki that gets held. Caufield, good puck control. He dekes around a couple Leafs. Matheson then refuses to pass to a wide-open Savard. That ends up getting broken up. That chance, I should say, that he tries to generate. Habs top line presses again. This was the only one that was really generating any offensive chances, I should say, for the Canadiens at this point of the game. Matthews has a chance that gets blocked. Marner shot gets sticked away out of the zone. Leafs end up icing the puck twice. Habs just not able to convert. Unfortunately, the Leafs look for the opening goal, but they won't get it just yet. The shots 9-7 for the Leafs. For the Canadiens, but it is a scoreless first period, or scoreless after the first period, I guess, if you will. Leafs press early. The top line, Caufield ends up nearly burying one, but the Leafs would end up striking first. Max Domi tips an Ilya Lyubushkin shot on the way home. It's through the 5-hole. Nobody was in front to try and cover him. That sucks. It's a 1-0 Leafs lead. And then they score again. 17 seconds later, David Savard Tips one home. Yeah, off a wraparound by Matthews. That should be David Savard's goal. That really sucks. Matthews just wraps it around and ends up taking a deflection off Savard. Not really anything he could do aside from just maybe not be in that exact spot. But then again, that's not something where it's like, oh, hey, on the wrap, it's going to come right to me. That's just a bad bounce for the Canadiens. Bertuzzi then has, I don't know who Bertuzzi is, though. Bertuzzi has a cross-check from behind. There's no penalty, of course. Habs press for the 2-1 deficit. Top line gets some pressure. 3 pretty good chances for Suzuki and Caufield. Slav with some good passes. And then it's 3-0 Leafs as Nyes ends up burying one off a turnover. Pezzetta throws a nice body check on David Kemp. He'd go down the tunnel. Unfortunately, would come back. And here we go. Right off a face-off, it's Reaves and Pezzetta. Pezzetta ends up faking, going in twice. Reaves tries to defend. Reaves then throws his fucking stick at Pezzetta as he does his gloves. And as a result, Pezzetta's a little distracted. Reaves tries to take advantage. Gives him some shots on the back of the head. What a fucking piece of shit. I would fuck up Ryan Reaves in a fight. You know what, Ryan Reaves, if ever you're watching this, which, I mean, you probably should be. There's no good Leafs channels out there. If ever you're watching this, buddy, hook me up on Twitter, buddy, at Harry's Hockey. Or on Discord if you're on Discord. I don't think you are because you're not cool. But hit me up on Twitter, Harry's Hockey, or Instagram. I believe it's the same thing. Hit me up. Let's figure something out, buddy. So yeah, Reaves and Pezzetta end up going at it. It's kind of funny. Reaves didn't want to go at it with Jack-Eye last game when Jack-Eye was trying to get him to fight, but he'll willingly fight with someone who doesn't know how to. That's kind of funny if you ask me. And then it's 4-0. It's 2 goals in 34 seconds. Also, Matthews looking like a complete fucking jackass on the bench. But then again, that's just him normally. But it's 4-0 Maple Leafs. Bobby McMahon puts one home. That is the second goal in 34 seconds. I believe they said the Leafs, the 5 goals in, I want to say it was 5:28? Something like that. It was something like 4 goals in 5 minutes, 6 minutes, something like that. Yeah, that just sucks. That's off another turnover. The Habs just not playing careful hockey whatsoever at this stage. And Montembeault would be coming out. He allows 4 goals on the first 12 shots of the game. Caden Primo comes in, to which I probably said, who the fuck plays tomorrow? I would assume Monty. I'd have no issue going back to Primo, though, considering I think he had a very good game tonight once he came in relief. There were a couple chances that he made some good stops on. I'd have no issue whatsoever if we do end up going back to Primo tomorrow, which was probably the original plan, but alas. Anderson has a nice hit from behind. You love to see that. Leafs don't go after him because why would they? Bertuzzi gets called for a high stick on Matheson. And the Habs score. They break the shutout of Ilya Samsonov. Nick Suzuki from Savkovsky and Matheson. Phenomenal. Top 5 pass of the year by Yuri Savkovsky. He's with the dude, not even looking, and just boom. Little pass. Suzuki's got it. One-timer into the net. And that makes it 4-1. So the Canadiens, they score relatively quickly. There's time left. Habs are 1 for 1 on the power play. Habs get a chance to make it 4-2. And in front, we got a scrum. Gallagher and McCabe engaged with each other. No fighting, though. However, both men do get called for roughing. Just 2 for roughing, so there's none of that you get 4 for roughing type of bullshit. On the 4-on-4, neither team really pressed. Both teams do look for more goals. The Habs trying to make it 4-2. There's some good chances. Reaves had apparently gone to the dressing room. He had injured himself during the Pezzetta fight. Unfortunately, he would be back. There's a puck that hits an official. Matthews almost scores as a result because why the fuck should the ref try and get out of the way? But then the Habs score going back the other way. Cole Caufield, nice shot to score. Matthews and Suzuki get the assists on that goal. Beauty of a shot there. Final minute, Habs press for the 4-3 lead. Armia looked to get something set up. Then the Leafs off a turnover. They push to make it 5-2, but Primo making some saves. So it's a 4-2 Leafs lead after the second period. The shots are 22-17 for the Leafs as well. Opening minutes, Leafs not really looking too careful. There's a couple looks for Matthews as the Habs were playing a careful game. I mixed my notes up. Leafs were pressing. Matthews has some chances, but the Habs playing a careful, kind of tight game at this stage. Top line tried to get another chance, but the Leafs with some good with some good D at this stage. McCabe had a really good stick on, I want to say it was Caufield. In the second period it might have been actually. But I know there was a really good, I know it was a really good stick in front that McCabe had on a Canadian at one point in the game. But yeah, there's a strange bounce on Samsonov against the boards. Benoit does clear it before Gallagher can get to it and bury it in the empty net. This is at the point where my mind was on WrestleMania. Thankfully, the shots ended up only being 2-1 for the Habs 6 minutes in, so I didn't really have to take many notes. There's a Leafs press, slap off a turnover as a shot right into the glove. And then we get a bit of a scrum after another chance in front. Caufield and McCabe going after each other. Caufield, nice little cross check. They both exchange. Caufield, despite being about 3'2", not backing down from anybody. Love to see that from a superstar. Then the Leafs go to the power play after a burst. Armia's called for a hook on, I believe it was Mitch Marner. There's a shorthanded 3-on-2 for the Habs immediately. Harvey Pinard gets held down by Morgan Riley. Why should there be a penalty? Bertuzzi gets a chance in front. Leafs, couple press, couple shots, but Primo looking very calm. Primo just, keeping his eye on the puck, good knowing of his surroundings. Primo was very calm in net tonight, which is something I don't see out of him a whole lot up until this year, or even up until recently. Sometimes he'd be panicked, he'd be able to make saves. But up until recently, recently it's been very, all right, where's the puck? All right, boom, got to make the saves. He's playing very concentrated, focused hockey, and I'm loving that out of Caden Primo. And honestly, wouldn't surprise me if next year he ends up stealing some starts from Sam Montembeault. I still think Monty ends up being the starter in a 1A, 1B package where maybe, Monty gets 50 games, Primo gets 30, something like that. Wouldn't surprise me, though, if Primo, because of how good he plays, ends up stealing a couple of those starts next year. And I think he might heading into the last portion of the year here. But we will see, of course. Habs end up being 1-for-1 on the penalty kill tonight. Not many power plays at all. I thought there should have been a couple for the Canadiens. I think the Leafs could have had one on the Anderson hit from behind. I think there could have been another one. But definitely overall, it could have definitely been more of a... could have been, a 5 power play to 5 power play type game. There could have been a lot of power plays aside from, the fighting and the 2 power plays that each team got. There could have been a lot more. Reaves ends up getting on a break right after the power play, and Primo makes a save. Not much of a comment to say he stopped Ryan Reaves, but still a decent chance there off a bad turnover. Leafs press. Matthews hits the post with 4 minutes left. Primo goes to the bench with about 2:30 left. Habs try to press. Leafs end up getting a chance at the empty netter. They end up missing one right in front as there was a no icing call. It was a 2-on-0 as a result. However, good stick ends up preventing that opportunity. Habs try to press, but in the final 15 seconds, the puck is held in their own zone. And Leafs win. It's 4-2 in regulation. The final shots end up being 30-26 for the Canadiens as well. Or for the Leafs as well, I should say. And, that's going to end the game, unfortunately. So, let's get into the stats and end this one because I got to go watch the Mania main event. Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens 33 goals, 41 assists, 73 points. Cole Caufield, 23 goals, 35 assists, 58 points. Mike Matheson, 10 goals, 45 assists, 55 points. Yarsovkovsky, 16 goals, 29 assists, 45 points. Sean Monahan, when he was a Montreal Canadian, 13 goals, 22 assists, 35 points. Alex Newhook, 12 goals, 17 assists, 29 points. Jake Evans, 7 goals, 18 assists, 25 points. Brendan Gallagher with 11 goals, 12 assists, 23 points. Yoel Armia, 16 goals, 6 assists, 22 points. Caden Gooley with the exact opposite, 6 goals, 16 assists, 22 points. David Savard, 6 goals, 12 assists, 18 points. Josh Anderson, 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points. Justin Barron, who actually did play tonight. Again, I did mention him earlier, but unfortunately, again, with Gooley currently being hurt. But Barron, 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. Tanner Pearson, 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points. Michael Pezzetta, 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points. Arbor Jacki, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Jordan Harris, 2 goals, 8 assists, 10 points. Jonathan Kovacevic, 6 goals, 3 assists, 8 points. 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. I can't do math. Joshua Wall, who's unfortunate now for the remainder of the year. Jesse Ylönen, they both have 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. Raphael Harpernard with goals, 7 assists, 8 points. Christian Dvorak, who looks like he might return for the end of the year here. 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Jaden Struble, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Gustav Lindstrom, who, when he was a Canadian, 3 goals, assists, 4 points. Mitchell Stevens is currently down in Laval with 2 goals and assists for 3 points. Kirby Dach, who's out for the remainder of the year. Caden Primo and Sam Montembeault all have 2 assists this year. Brendan Gignac with a goal, and Jake Allen, when he was a Canadian, had an assist. Caden Primo's got both of the Canadian shutouts. Technically did have one tonight, but he didn't start, or the Canadians didn't get the win for him, so I don't think it does count as a shutout. But then again, he did play more than half the game, so maybe it counts. I don't know if it does. I won't, just in case. But tomorrow, I'm assuming it'll be updated. I'll see if I can remember to look to see if, again, it does end up being a 3 shutout season, or just 2. I'll say 2 for now, just in case, but hopefully it is 3. Hopefully, of course, not hopefully. In terms of fights, Michael Pezzetta's got 8 of those. Arbor Jackey's got 5. Joshua Anderson's got 4. Caden Gooley and Jonathan Kopacevich each have 2. Yuri Slafkovsky, Tanner Pearson, and Jaden Struble each have a singular fight as well. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, and it includes, but not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and anything else. My name is Horace. Subscribe to the Puff Club, the H Club, Hub, D Nation. If you're a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for running comments on streams and our videos. It is much greatly appreciated. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Horace again, and I am out. I know more than out. No matter how bad we were last year, how okay we're like this year, how much better we'll be like next year. Go Habs, go baby! Thank you guys again so much for watching. Links in the description. Check those guys out, boyo. Check those out, boyos. Never forget January 25th, 2015, boys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Yeah, my name's Horace again, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye.